In this video, I want to cover the worst and most useless indicators on TradingView. I'm not going to review any script written by users in the community. The focus is on the more known and common ones that are built-in indicators on TradingView platform. Before we start the video, make sure you like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you get the notifications of my future videos. Alright, let's begin with the first one, which is balance of power. This one, which is a built-in indicator on TradingView platform. This indicator is actually an oscillator, and it tries to measure the strength of buying and selling pressure in the market. It was introduced by Igor Levish in 2001, and since then it's been in the category of common indicators among traders. It tries to compare the power of buyers to push the price to higher extreme with the power of sellers to move the price to lower extreme. As you can see, this line is oscillating above and below the center line, which is 0. When the line is above 0, we have higher buying pressure, and when the line is below 0, we have higher selling pressure. And so the center line crossovers can be considered as the reversal point and changing of the balance between buyers and sellers. But as you can see, the indicator is very sensitive to the price action, and with very small movement of the price, we have the line going above and below the center line. If we go to the settings of the indicator, you can see there is no settings for adjusting the look back period or whatever parameter it uses for calculating the line, and this makes the indicator unadjustable in practice. Other use cases for this indicator are overbought and oversold readings or divergences, which, because of being a very noisy indicator like this, it makes it also useless for these purposes. The next indicator is accumulation distribution. This one, which is a volume-based indicator, and it tries to measure the cumulative flow of money in and out of the asset. This indicator was developed by Mark Chaikin, and since then it was always the focus of debate whether it's any better than OBV or not. If we add OBV to our chart, this one on balance volume, you can see that they are very similar to each other because both of them are a running total of each period's money flow volume, but sometimes they have different movement because their basic formula are different. OBV is a cumulative measure of positive and negative volume, but in accumulation distribution indicator, it ignores the change from one period to the next period, and it only focuses on the level of close relative to high-low range for a given period. And because of this, for example, in times that there is a gap in the market, this can affect the effectiveness of this indicator because this indicator, accumulation distribution indicator, only considers if the close is above the midpoint of high-low range in that period or below that. So in practice, in your trading strategy, if you need a cumulative volume indicator, unbalanced volume would be a much better choice than accumulation distribution indicator. The next indicator is Vortex, this one, which is a momentum indicator, and it tries to measure momentum changes in the market. It was developed by Etienne Boutes and Douglas Sapeman, and since then it's been used by some traders in all financial markets. It has two lines, positive line, which is the blue line, and negative line, which is the red line. At any given time, one of them is above the other, and it shows higher pressure for that line. When the red line is above the blue line, it shows higher downside momentum, and when the blue line is above the red line, it shows higher upside momentum. So in practice, the crossovers of the two lines should provide buy-sell signals. But you can see that we have many false signals. And even if we go to the settings of the indicator, and for the length we give it a higher value like 100, you can see that we still have unusual number of false signals, and this is because of the calculation of the positive and negative line that are inherently very noisy, and this makes it a not very good indicator for evaluating momentum and finding reversal points of the market. The next indicator is Force Index, this one, Elder Force Index, which uses both of price and volume to measure buying and selling forces in the market. It was developed by Alexander Elder, and it was introduced in his book Trading for a Living. As you can see, the indicator is oscillating above and below the center line, which is 0, and this is an unbounded oscillator. So basically, the main use case of this oscillator is tracking the line if it is above or below the center line. Having the line above the center line shows advancing of the price, and having it below the center line shows declining of the price. From the first look, we can clearly see that the indicator is moving very closely to the center line, and this can create many false signals. And on the other hand, in times that we have increased buying or selling pressure in the market, the indicator suddenly falls or jumps without any prior signal and just giving the impression that we have considerable change in the market, but after that quickly going back to around 0, and in practice it doesn't create any value for the trader. Even if we go to the settings of the indicator and increase the length, for example, to 100, you can see that still it doesn't provide much useful information regarding how the buying or selling forces are changing behind the scene. You can just compare this indicator with other momentum indicators like MACD or RSI, and you can see how useless this indicator is in practice when it comes to evaluating buying and selling pressure in the market. Alright, in this video I covered 4 indicators that are built-in indicators on TradingView platform, and in compared to other indicators they don't provide much valuable information for traders. Of course they can be used as a part of a trading strategy, but when they are compared to other indicators they don't provide any better information or any value that can help traders to better understand movement of the market. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and leave a comment for me. I'll answer your questions as soon as possible. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell so you get the notifications of my new videos. See you guys in next video and good luck with your trading.